Hey everybody, Shane here. daily-astrocat.com. Fresh off of my first, I don't know what you call it, put out a modern art version of what I do, and, it kind of got taken down. So I'm not really feeling, what's the word for it that I'm looking for? I don't know, but we're going to talk about astrology, and we're going to talk about what it is that we are doing, okay? So thank you very much. Let's do this, all right? This is daily-astrocat.com. It's your place for all things astrology. And today we're talking about, we do things with a style here, right? Do it with the purr, the chimes, the bell, the bella. Once again, my name is Shane. Welcome to daily-astrocat.com. It's Monday, the 3rd of March. The void of course moon in Aries is going to enter Taurus at 5:37 a.m. Man, that's a long void of course, isn't it? Now, Mercury leads the drama of Pisces in a burst of colors. That's right, just goes poof, and is renewed in Aries today. It's going to be hard not to allow our minds to race and hastily demand more and faster, or get really, really mad about having something dropped that you don't agree with, right? Yep, it's going to be hard to do that, but you're going to have to. And I've already shown you that this is not our path, so let's not worry about that. I, responded in a snarky way with a new thumbnail, and hopefully you saw it, and hopefully you liked it, hopefully you support it. The content is still the same. I didn't put anything in the content. I just have a different thumbnail up. I actually just switched the perspective of the picture down to the floor and put myself on the floor with the bottom of the frame of the picture that was questionable or objectionable in their mind. However, it's an opening sequence, so you can see the whole thing. It's pretty interesting because the band Bauhaus actually used the left-hand side of it for a single over in England. And it just contains a skeleton and a lady and a dressmaker's mannequin on that. It didn't have a sleeping Venus with no clothes on, but I put myself over the, possibly the objectionable part. I thought I was being proactive. We're not going to talk about that, though, because that's something that we don't need to do. Not our path. So don't commit to, don't. If you do hastily commit to something, you're going to get an opportunity to revisit that decision soon. And today's keyword is don't rock the boat. Good advice for you, Shane. Don't do it. Said all I'm going to say. Our color is green algae. Stay creative and stay in your lane. Don't go crazy trying to broaden your creative offerings. New inspiration is coming at us from every angle. Staying your course is the path to realizing the depth of your creative power. Those who are giving in to passion, anger, and fury are missing the point. Be strong, be calm, and be determined to follow your path. Transformation will need to wait until it isn't quite so cold outside. Man, doing the weather reports, right? That's right on. Okay, look, I do want to talk about my cover because I do feel strongly about this, and the reason I feel strongly about it was because it was just I thought that it was just an offering that kind of took that Venus retrograde perspective and showed it in the context of the artist's rendition of Brussels during wartime, which was, Venus sleeping calmly. Clearly there was some kinds of emotional anguish going on around her. Not terrible depictions of emotional anguish, but more like a pleading, asking of the sky and of everything to please make everything stop and let's wake Venus up again. Let's make it love once again for the whole world. I feel like, in a way, we're going through the same thing. We have Venus sleeping, the people are powerless, and we're just asking. We're plaintively asking the sky to please make it stop. And it's really up to us to make it stop. It's up to the people in power to make it stop. There were two horses on the side, which were one of the municipal buildings in Brussels. And to me, that just says that, not only is it a marker, like a familiar landmark for the city, but it's also telling me that, look, the institutions that are out there are kind of where they should be going to demand change, to demand what they need. Yet most people think they can, ask the sky, and maybe that's just not what you should be doing in that kind of situation. Maybe that's a metaphor for these times, and it's pretty interesting to have that actually removed. So I'm going to just leave that there. I'm going to leave you something about the astrology, because that Venus astrology is very, very important and powerful. And you really should go back and take a look at that video and pay heed to it, because it's very interesting. There's a cycle that's happening here. It's a very creative cycle. And for me, this is transformational, and this is going to be what galvanizes and makes this channel what it's going to be in the future. It makes it stronger. It makes it more focused on the art and creativity and doing the things that we need to be doing to address the current state that the world is in. Number one, not that we do that directly, but we do talk about these things and about what you can do about them. And you as people, what we as people can partake in, can participate in. It's all a grand experiment, right? All one family. Mm-hmm. That's part of the whole process of being enlightened to it as well. There's realities out there, right? There's things that we can do and there's things that we can't do. And it's pretty interesting, because what's allowed is crazy. There was nothing about what was decided that was in any way, shape, or form objectionable. Okay? That's all I got for you. Look, nothing's going to change, and nor should it. Look, it's going to take time. Already told you that this whole Mars thing, Mars is sitting there just building up the experiences. This is part of the experience that we build going through retrograde. We learn by doing these things, right? We learn by making a slightly controversial cover that you can't do that, or what it is that you can't do. Okay, so, but I guess if I were to go, or something like that, or maybe go, or all those thousands of faces you see doing that stuff, yeah. Nothing's going to change, nor should it. It's going to take time, okay? I really wanted to research these two folks, and I didn't have a chance to. And I might revisit them, because in 1801, the first U.S. Jewish governor, David Emanuel, takes office in Georgia. 1801. Think about that. And in 1882, Charles Ponzi, that name sounds familiar? His name's Carlo. He's an Italian con man. Ponzi scheme. He ran one in the United States. He was born in Lugo, Italy, and he died in 1849. And that's all I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening. I will be way more on it tomorrow, because tomorrow is Mardi Gras. And we'll be there. Thank you so much. Love each and every one of you. Leave me a comment. Do all the nice things. Like, follow, do all that stuff. Our color is green algae, and today's keyword is don't rock the boat. Funny how I do this stuff ahead of time, right? Today is a 5. Happy astrocatting.